Scary situation in Frisco, Texas, as a Lyft driver has his throat cut by a maniac passenger. Let's check it out.
A Lyft driver who suffered a brutal attack during a ride is out of the hospital, although he remains tonight in very bad shape. On Monday night, he picked up a man for a ride, and police say that man attacked him from behind, slitting his throat, stealing his car. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager met with the victim and spoke with his loved ones as well. Peyton.
Heather, the 25-year-old Lyft driver, again, out of the hospital. Thankfully, he is at home recovering. He tells me the suspect was quiet the entire 15-minute ride. Once they reached their final destination, the Lyft driver says the suspect pulled out a knife and demanded to hand over the vehicle.
This is 25-year-old Delalvar Burke, bedridden but thankful to be alive. The Lyft driver has stitches across his neck, a wound too graphic to show. Also, bandages cover deep gashes to his hands. Burke's friend, Dustin Tovey, spoke on his behalf on Thursday.
He was rushed to the hospital, thankfully, and the paramedics got to him just in time.
Burke told police he picked up 19-year-old Antwain Williams of Frisco while driving for Lyft Monday evening.
19 years old. What possesses you to do something like this?
Once they reached the drop-off location, Legends at Legacy Apartment off Legacy Drive, Burke says he was attacked from behind with multiple weapons. First a knife, and then a cable or wire to try and choke him.
The rider took a knife to Delalvar's throat and basically was gonna slash his throat. And he did that a couple of times. Delalvar put his hand right in front of the knife and basically asked the rider, hey, whatever you want, just take it, leave me alone. And at that point, he actually had a wire that he was gonna put around his neck, and that's where Delalvar kind of reached out to that as well. And he got a lot of injuries from his...
Good for him for fighting back and not allowing himself to be, for this situation to be much worse. It was already tragic. It's already tragic as it is. But it's scary. You don't know who's getting inside of your car.
From his fingers and also throughout his neck because he got stabbed a couple times.
Frisco police say Williams took Burke's Toyota Camry and left him in the apartment parking lot. Thankfully, there was a woman nearby to help Burke and call 911. Hours later, a patrol officer spotted the stolen Camry near Highway 423 in Rock Hill. Police tried to pull the vehicle over, but the driver sped away. Police say Williams eventually crashed out and tried to run, but was arrested. Meanwhile, Burke moved from Turkey to North Texas last year and sends money to his parents back home. Now leaning on his friends and cousins as he recovers.
He's somebody that works really hard, and it's really sad to see what happened to him. I don't think nobody should deserve that, especially Delalvar, because he works so hard.
The suspect, Williams, remains in the Denton County Jail this evening, facing charges of aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon and also evading arrest. Williams also, at the time on Monday, had an outstanding warrant for allegedly encouraging a child to perform a sex act.
Wow.
That warrant was out of Collin County, and now he is in Denton County Jail.
What a scumbag. What a scumbag. Stuff with the minor already is sickening as it is. This guy's just already messed up in the head. So it's sad because this guy just he wakes up in the morning. He comes to the United States, sends money to his parents. He wakes up to do a job to drive people to get them to their destination. And I have a lot of respect for people who drive Lyft and Uber. I used to drive Uber a while back, and 99% of the people were good. They were either quiet or they struck up a conversation. But I didn't have anybody crazy. This was back in like 2016. Thankfully, but I don't do it anymore. I won't do it anymore. I won't do it ever again because of stuff like this. Plus the wear and tear on your car. But he wakes up one morning to drive somebody, with the intention of making some money, make an honest living, and then this maniac gets into your car. And this is in Frisco. Frisco is a nice area, but anything can happen anywhere. Crazy people are all over the place. But Frisco is a nice place to live. It's new, it's booming. I mean, it's not new, but it has a newer look. Yeah, a lot of nice homes there, nice apartments. It's just unfortunate that these types of things happen. It's crazy because I can drive to Frisco and get there in 20 minutes. And so this happened not too far from where I live. In reality, it's not that far. It's what, a 20-mile drive from me or so. And it's crazy because I see stories like this all the time, and you just don't know who is around you, who's getting in your car, and it's dangerous. I mean, a lot of people are, they say we were taught not to talk to strangers, and now we're letting strangers in our cars daily, to drive Lyft, to drive Uber, and it's a great idea. It's a great concept. It's helped people earn extra money, and I use Lyft when I go out of town, when my car breaks down, whatever, and I have to get somewhere. I use it myself, and it's a great feature. It's a great tool to have. It's efficient, it's fast. I've never had a bad experience up to this point, but things like this are very scary, and I'm glad this guy's locked up. And the dummy crashed the car on top of that. The dummy crashed the car that he stole from the Lyft driver. What an idiot. You bring a knife and then you bring a wire. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I'm glad this guy's off the street. It's sad. But I'm going to leave that right there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you ride Uber? Do you take Lyft? And do you drive for Lyft or Uber yourself? A lot of scary things can happen. Be safe out there. All right, like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you. Take care.